Let's step back in time and immerse ourselves in the fascinating world of ancient Egypt. This civilization, one of the oldest and most influential in human history, thrived for thousands of years along the banks of the Nile River. Imagine waking up to the golden rays of the sun, just as the ancient Egyptians did. Their daily lives were a blend of work, family, and community activities. The Nile River was the heart of their civilization. It wasn't just a source of water, it was the lifeblood of Egypt, providing sustenance and enabling the growth of their society. The river's annual flooding deposited rich, fertile silt onto the land, making it perfect for farming. This natural irrigation system allowed the Egyptians to cultivate a variety of crops. Most Egyptians lived near the Nile. Their villages and towns were strategically placed to take full advantage of the river's resources. Egyptians grew crops like wheat, barley, and flax. These crops were essential not only for food, but also for trade and other daily necessities. They used flax to make linen clothes. Linen was a prized fabric in ancient Egypt, known for its lightness and comfort, perfect for the hot climate. Men wore kilts, while women wore long dresses. These garments were often adorned with intricate patterns and jewelry, reflecting their social status and personal taste. Their homes were made of mud bricks and had flat roofs. These structures were designed to keep the interiors cool and comfortable. Life wasn't all work. Children played games and everyone enjoyed music and dance. Festivals and celebrations were a significant part of their culture, bringing communities together in joy and harmony. They even had board games. These games were not only a source of entertainment, but also a way to develop strategic thinking and social skills. Can you imagine playing a board game that's thousands of years old? These artifacts give us a glimpse into the leisurely pursuits of a civilization that continues to captivate our imaginations. Ancient Egypt was ruled by powerful kings called pharaohs. Pharaohs were considered to be gods on earth. They controlled the land, the people, and all of Egypt's riches. Some pharaohs were mighty warriors. Others were known for their wisdom and building projects. One famous pharaoh was Tutankhamun, the boy king. His tomb was discovered in 1922, filled with amazing treasures. The pharaohs played a crucial role in ancient Egyptian society. They were responsible for maintaining order, leading the people, and ensuring the prosperity of their kingdom. No exploration of ancient Egypt would be complete without mentioning the pyramids. These incredible structures were built as tombs for the pharaohs. They are a testament to the Egyptians' architectural genius. The most famous pyramids are the Pyramids of Giza. They were built by the pharaohs Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure. The largest, the Great Pyramid of Giza, is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Inside the pyramids, archaeologists found hidden chambers, secret passages, and the pharaohs' tombs. The walls were decorated with colorful paintings and hieroglyphics, telling stories of their lives and beliefs. The ancient Egyptians believed in many gods and goddesses. Their pantheon was vast and complex, with each deity playing a crucial role in the natural and supernatural worlds. These gods and goddesses were deeply integrated into the daily lives of the Egyptians, influencing everything from the flooding of the Nile to the success of their harvests and the protection of their families. Each god had a different role and was responsible for various aspects of life, death, and the afterlife. For instance, some gods were associated with natural elements like the sun, the moon, and the earth, while others were linked to human activities such as love, war, and fertility. The Egyptians believed that by honoring these deities through rituals and offerings, they could ensure harmony and balance in their lives. Ra, the sun god, was the most important god. He was often depicted with a sun disk on his head, symbolizing his role as the bringer of light and life. Ra was believed to travel across the sky in his solar bark during the day, bringing daylight to the world, and then journey through the underworld at night, fighting off chaos and darkness to ensure the sun would rise again. He was the creator of all life. The Egyptians believed that Ra's daily journey was a cycle of death and rebirth, mirroring the human experience. This cycle was central to their understanding of the universe and their place within it. Temples dedicated to Ra were among the most grand and elaborate, reflecting his supreme status in the Egyptian pantheon. Osiris was the god of the underworld, and he played a key role in the Egyptian belief in the afterlife. He was often depicted as a mummified king, symbolizing his connection to death and resurrection. Osiris was believed to have been the first to undergo the process of mummification, setting the precedent for all who followed. And his wife Isis was the goddess of magic and healing. Isis was revered for her magical prowess and her ability to protect and heal. She was often depicted with a throne-shaped crown, symbolizing her role as the mother of the pharaohs. The story of Isis and Osiris was one of love, betrayal, and resurrection, and it was central to Egyptian mythology. The Egyptians believed that when they died, they would be judged by Osiris in the afterlife. This judgment was depicted in the weighing of the heart ceremony, where the deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. If the heart was lighter than the feather, the deceased was deemed worthy of entering the afterlife. If they had lived a good life, they would be granted eternal life in a paradise called the Field of Reeds. This paradise was envisioned as a perfect reflection of their earthly life, where they could continue to enjoy all the pleasures and comforts they had known. The Field of Reeds was a place of eternal peace and abundance, free from the hardships and struggles of the mortal world. The Nile River was the lifeline of ancient Egypt. It flowed for thousands of miles, bringing life to the desert. The annual flooding of the Nile deposited rich silt on the banks, making the land fertile for farming. The Egyptians relied on the Nile for transportation, trade, and communication. They built boats from papyrus reeds to navigate the river. They transported goods and people up and down the Nile, connecting different parts of the kingdom. The Nile was not just a source of water and transportation, it was a sacred entity, worshipped and revered by the Egyptians. Please subscribe and like for more amazing content.